my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. I keep trying to get this so that it's down lower. And yesterday, I think, and today, I've got it up too high, so you can't see the whole thing unless I like chop most of me off. So it's what it is. I'm not getting up on that ladder again right now. I'll do it after. You can go to the website today. You'll see a straight on picture of it. I'll probably end up with the other camera later on. All right, we have 2 celebrations for today. First, it is Bell Bottom Day. Okay, raise your hand if you were the kid in the 70s and wore bell bottoms. Yeah, they were the bomb. They were the best. I even had some that were called like elephant bells. They were like gigantic. I think the bottom of the pant leg was at least this wide. They were very hip. They had to be a little bit too long, right? So they sort of drug and collected mud, and the edges of the jeans all got, gross and ripped up. And that was our ripped knees of the day. Like, I don't know, did adults wear bell bottoms? I'm sure like young adults did. But being that I was a teen at the time, even preteen a little bit, I just didn't notice the adults wearing them. I was in Europe, so it was a totally probably different scene than if you were living in the United States during that time, the bell bottom time. And I was also in Europe on the military bases, so it was a kind of a little segment of life that it was a little pocket of life. And what I saw, and our trends were late. We got them late. They didn't start. They weren't the same things that were going on stateside on the bases, but we had fun with it. I loved the bell bottoms. The other thing today, it is Peep Day. Peep started in 1953. So I don't know, I wasn't born yet in 53, but Peeps are so cute. They're so cute. I saw a show recently where they talked about they came about and how the company acquired it they actually bought another company that was making these, but the other company had little arms on them. And the little arms were too tedious to manufacture, so they ended up removing the arms to get the classic Peeps that we now have. These are the chocolate dipped Peeps. This is going in my coffee cup tomorrow morning. This is a gift. But I have to tell you, if you are making an Easter basket, don't these look perfect for a beautiful Easter basket to put in there? This sort of coral color, the fruit punch. We haven't opened these yet. Greg did try the Dr. Pepper ones. They are fairly mild. They're not strong. If you didn't know they were Dr. Pepper, you would know they had a flavor, but maybe you wouldn't be able to identify it. And also for Peeps Day, Barbara shared this from Facebook. Her local shop called, let's give them a shout out, Sew and Sweep. They are in Westminster, Maryland, and the Carroll County Art Council did a Peep challenge for the local businesses. And so they submitted this totally amazing sewing machine. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So creative. I love it. I love all the little fun things that happen with the Peeps. You can just go out and check on the internet and there'll be all kinds of contests for them. Yeah, totally fun. And in my Kitchen Adventures group at Facebook, somebody shared a dress, where they glued the bunnies. I think it was the bunnies in rows, like out onto this dress. They were wearing the dress too. You have to go see it. I will link to it in the description box here below the video. So fun. Okay, so those are the fun things for today. Also today we will have the Sweet Childhood Dreams, I always say that. I'm saying dreams, Sweet Childhood Memories. I've said dreams off and on, I know, and you guys haven't corrected me, which is so kind of you because I know what it is, but it's Sweet Childhood Memories. But before we do the memories, I'd also have a Q&A here at the end. But the tulips, several people, this is part of the Q&A, but I'll just do it now. Several people have been quite concerned in the comments here at YouTube that I might not look at the option of using multiple color tulips in my tulip quilt. So let's dive into that. I've got my basket here. This basket was a gift. I believe she got them like at a Dollar Tree or one of those things, and it fits right inside the top there, so I can just take it out. I love it, love it. So thankful for these wonderful gifts. We also have a mail call later today too. So let me show you what I did. Look at this. Just look. I did one tulip. But I have a plan, and I'm going to show you my plan so that I can actually make these tulips while I'm doing this other sewing. And I also did the cutaways. Where were they from? Here. From here, I trimmed them down. So I don't know. I might use them. Maybe if there's room in the border, like just to do like some little half square triangles around the top and the bottom of the like frame the outer corners. Okay, so see what I did. I have the pattern and I cut all of the background, all of the leaves, which will be the same, and all of the stems. So take a look here, see? So all the background, the leaves, and the stems, they're all cut. Everything's cut so that I can just go. Now the next thing I'm going to do is approach the actual fabrics. Now I'm using this super cute, what is the name of it? Something rabbit. What is the name? Lucky Rabbit. Yeah, this is the Lucky Rabbit by Heather Ross fabric line. And so what I did, here's the bigger cutoffs. Those are not going to be on the border because this quilt is just the right size for my space. So what I did is I went through all of these and I picked these. So those of you who are concerned that I would make the tulips all the same color, I don't know why that bothered you, but it did. Here is what I'm going to use from this fabric line because, that's what I'm doing, using this fabric line. And I'm just super excited. Now, I can't use the big print with the bunnies under the tents. So for those of you who need to see that again, here, aren't they cute? Like this is the one I said would be fabulous for the back of a quilt, like any kind of quilt. It just is so darling. We all did those, didn't we? Okay, so that image is just too big. Well, you can see here. Like if I'm auditioning it, it would be in the middle of one of the tulips. And I don't know, the scale is just not appealing to me for a tulip. So it will be saved for another special project. Okay, so that is my plan, which is, to me, perfection. It is going to be totally good. I can work this really easily. All right, so now this is going to go back over here. So, and you get to see my leg view because I didn't turn that up. All right, let's do our pattern for today, and then a Q&A at the end. So where's the pattern? Okay, the pattern is we're on block 14, which will go here. And then when we do 15, we'll be able to sew all of that together next week when we get this one. But this block will go here because I was switching it up so that you didn't have a bunch of little blocks and then later have to have a bunch of big blocks. We'll end up with some of the regular size blocks, but I wanted to switch those little ones up as we went. All right, so we're going to discuss your favorite childhood memories of your favorite teacher. I think all of us have probably not just one favorite teacher. You probably have a bunch of them. But the two that really stood out for me as a kid was the 5th and 6th grade teachers, the 5th grade teacher and the 6th grade teacher when I first went to Germany. That's they were just amazing people, and Miss Binkowski and Mr. Thomas, or Thompson, Mr. Thompson, and they just were. There was just so many magical moments that happened with both of those teachers for me as a kid. So many confidence building things that happened. Remember, I told you the little boy that gave me the coin purse? That was in Miss Binkowski's class, and I probably even mentioned it to her, and she probably gave me some sort of advice. But she was very well loved. People all along, would talk about her. All right, so the block looks like this. So this is a really fun one. It's going to give you a place to showcase a piece of nice fabric, the 6.5 inch square in the middle. So we're going to go on the other side here and get some fabric, and I'll make the block. Now for me, for my fabrics that I have some decision to make and what it's going to look like in that spot, because I have blue, it's going to be the blue, red, gray family for me, because on either side of it are the gray peach, the dark gray and the dark peach. That means I need to bring that blue in the middle and some of the red. There's a bit of dark peach and red on that other one, but Oh, sorry, I think my camera was squeaking there. You may have heard it. So if I'm going to do the blue, red, peach, I also have the ability, I could bring in something like this one of the lights, you know, maybe that one that has a lot of pattern for the middle. That might be really good. Then I'm thinking the blues. What I'm thinking maybe is that red in the middle, and then let me get the bigger image. This would be the center, and then red framing it. You know, so I don't worry about the shading here. Just use the colors that work for you. You know, the shading is just so that you can see the difference of things. Here would be the red, and then half square triangles around. I'm just making an oversized blue to show you. So that way I would bring the blue in. The light gray doesn't have a big, it does have this print that has the white, you know, it's a two-tone, white with flowers. I just don't think that's quite as effective. And I need to get blue. I feel like I need to get blue into that block. So this is where I'm going to go. The other thing is I have this blue, you know, with the bigger flower on it. And I did use that in one of the other prints in the center. If I did that and then did red on the outside, see, this would be another combo that I could do like that. And then red on the outside with that blue. And then this would be the sort of box around it, which is also really nice and makes a lot of blue. You know, still has a big pop of blue in the middle. But no, I don't know. I'm thinking of going the other way with that. Where'd I put it now? With the, this one. Well, yeah, with this in the middle. Okay, you'll know when I cut it up. You'll see it then. So I grabbed some of the half square triangles there and just sort of smushed them down and tried it with the blue around the outside and then the floral and just a little rim of red. And I'm thinking that is it. That's the option because it's not quite as much red then. Then I saw blocks down here that I can pop the blue, red, and maybe the gray, you know, somewhere in there. Before we look at the block, since I'm back here, let's do a mail call. The first one is from Cindy in Iowa. Iowa. Look at that. I think this looks like Iowa. What do I know? It looks like farmlands. I think they have farms in Iowa. I think I do. I've been there. I've seen them. So thank you. Let's see what's in here. What do you think? It's patchwork. It's probably a critter. Okay, I know it's a critter because she told me. Let's see which critter. What we got? Oh, look at this. Look at this squirrel. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. I have not seen this one before. So darling. And she's got it with batiks. So those fabrics are batiks. Aren't they cute? And she said this reminds her of the colorations of the squirrels they have. And she sent me along a piece of super darling fabric. Look at this. Mushrooms and then these same coloration of squirrels. We have gray squirrels or the occasional albino, which we had for a long time in our neighborhood. We had one. Oh, that is so awesome. Thank you, Cindy. The other one is from Corinne in South Carolina. And she sent me, she had these sent from the store, but they're Liberty of London. Liberty of London. You guys are spoiling me like crazy to be sending me Liberty of London pieces. Okay, this is mandatory to see what they are. See what we got. I am drooling like crazy. Oh, and they feel so amazing. Oh my goodness, she really spoiled me. There's a big piece here. Look at this. It's got, okay. So can you see the Liberty fabrics are usually, I'll open that in a second, but you know, a lot of them are very densely packed when they have a lot of these images, but you can see the mushrooms. I just love mushrooms. And then also there was two other small pieces sent, two small pieces sent. Aren't they beautiful? Just beautiful. And then this one is it's called the Riviera Collection B. These were all sent from a shop called Polka Dot Secrets. It's an Etsy store that has Liberty fabric. Okay, I have to break into this and we have to look at it. This is printed by Riley Blake, who has a contract with Liberty. And they're printing regular cottons. These are the Tana. These are the Tana cottons, which are this sort of silky, very silky. And then the regular cottons are the same, Liberty prints, just done on the weight of cotton that we're used to using every day. So let me just pull that ribbon off because holy moly, we need to see this. Look, this is a whole big, I just love scenery and beachy stuff, water stuff, lake stuff. Send it on down. I'm ready. Look at that. Look how gorgeous. I love, 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 love. Then we have shells. Okay, let me just scroll in a little bit here. They don't have to hold it up to the camera too much. Shells, and you see like they're the same style as the Liberty. They're just done on the regular weight cotton, but they're amazing. So gorgeous. Look at those little flowers. Oh, I think that's upside down. So this one looks like it's got like hoops. Yeah, see, it's kind of like this. Oops. It's kind of like this. It's got like waves. So neat. Oh, look at the little beach houses. So cute. Just darling, darling, darling. This soft pink. I love this fabric. Love it. There's like coral. Looks like coral. And umbrellas. And then beach umbrella fabric or cushions, beach cushions, don't you think? Look, more coral kind of thing. Oh, look here. Look at the sailboats. So neat. And a beautiful green. This is just so awesome, Green. Thank you. Whoops. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. All right, we're going to go over on the other side now and take a look at the blocks. Here we go, my favorite childhood teachers. Oh, this turned out really cute. I like this in the center. I think for the overall like colors of everything, this is really nice. It's just a good balance. And then I switched out the red that I showed you. I just used the one that has a little bit more white in it. And then the stripe on diagonal that's in this line, perfect. It made this sort of secondary image. Let's see it, how it looks. I just love it. I just love it. Okay, so it is going here, and there will be this sashing underneath it. Something like this. Yes. And then I think there's another sashing somewhere in here. I can't remember. It might be this all shifts over just a little bit like that. I have to look at the layout. But the other thing I did was work on the half square triangles over here while I was making this block. So while I was making that block, I already had all of these made. I had 55 made, so I still have 25 more to do, and I've started cutting those to get ready. And these are all sewn. So I had pressed some, and that's what I put over there. I'll do a straight on at my website so you can see it, the whole quilt, straight on with the block in there. Nice. Let me just give you another couple of Q&As before we sign off today. So Denise asked, these are all from YouTube. Denise asked said that my barn door quilt, my front door quilt looked really nice, and she wanted to know what the paint color and paint name is of my front door. Well, that was painted about 15 years ago, and I have no clue. We don't have that paint anymore, so I don't really know. It's just a regular red, so just check out your paint store. Dawn wanted to know, have you considered using salvages for your fabric as the title of the books for the upcoming library quilt? Of course, we've talked about that. Of course, yes, that is perfect. Using salvages for the edges of some of the books, you can make it so that they're like just part of it, because you top stitch. You have to sew and flip. We're going to talk about that. It's all going to come. It's all coming with the library quilt. So look for those cute selvage edges that you have on your fabric that you might want to have as the title for some of the books. And then we'll do one more. Rebecca said, why don't I put a label with my binding when I store it in the basket? That would be an awesome idea. Have I done that? No. Now I have a whole full basket full of binding that I have to go and match up because I didn't do that over the past 3 years. I've been putting stuff in there. But in the future, that's a very nice idea. Okay, public service announcement. so many of you ask me about a pattern or a block, and you never send me a picture. If you just send me the name, I won't remember. Unless it's something I just did like yesterday. I mean, it's just, I have written hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of patterns, and just telling me, asking me about describing it with words, no. Send a picture. I may even just stop answering those emails because there's so many of you doing it that it is frustrating. It is very frustrating because I have to write you back, and then you have to write me back, and then I have to write you back. And it's just, we could solve it all if you just sent a picture with your request. So please, please, please do that. Whether it's at Facebook or whether it's an email, those are the two places that you can attach images. Otherwise, why don't even ask me in those other places, because you can't show me a picture. Okay, that's my public service announcement. Okay, be sure that you get out your marshmallows for today, your marshmallow Peeps. Stick one in your coffee, in your drink, and then make your sweet childhood memories of your favorite teacher. I can't wait to see these. Tell me about your favorite teacher when you share your block. If you share your favorite teacher story with no block, we're going to decline it because it gets too messy in the group. The group is way too big. There's 320,000 people, and so we have to keep it on track. Okay, my friend, keep it on track. All right, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.